I'm enjoying the grind. I was in my office today going through a stack of business cards, inputting them into my contact database, sending emails, and something that had backed up for a while, and I'd been thinking about it for a while, and today was just the right time to get it done. And it would have been easy to stop early because it's monotonous work. I just, sat through it and made sure I worked all the way to the end of the day and got a lot done and felt good. And it's like that with everything. It's like that with these videos. It's like that with all the social media stuff. It's like that with jiu-jitsu. It's like that with getting up every morning, doing my mobility stuff. Just like everything. I've got things that I do every day. The stuff I say to myself in the mirror every morning. Just everything. The prayer I say before I go to bed and when I wake up in the morning. All these structures, all these regimens, all these rituals, it's the grind, and it becomes beautiful. It becomes the structure of who you are, and just going through it every day, as monotonous as it is. It's like the fact that I do this, whether I feel like doing it or not, makes me somebody. This is who I am. I'm the person who did this today. If I didn't do those things, who would I be? Like, I'd be nobody. I'd be someone who didn't do anything. And being able to overcome how I feel and do the thing that needs to be done, regardless how I feel, regardless whether I want to do it or not. That's a beautiful skill. That's the depth of the thing. There are a lot of people who don't do that. There are a lot of people who talk a good game. They look good. They might even be successful. They might make money. They might have a good life. But it's really surprising how many people let me down. Like, people who are successful and make a lot of themselves. They talk highly of themselves. And then the rubber hits the road and they're supposed to do something and they drop the ball. That happens a lot. It's hard to find people who don't drop the ball. I used to be somebody who dropped the ball all the time. I don't really drop the ball anymore. It's a different type of thing. It's a different type of existence. It's a different level of commitment. And it's not saying I'm perfect, but if I think about the stuff that I'm supposed to do, I do it. It's very rare that something I'm supposed to do doesn't get done. And in fact, I don't remember the last time it happened. Part of it is that I've gotten good enough that with consistency, that even if I go away from something for a minute, it's not going to get that bad because I've built up so much time. It doesn't take a lot to come back to the thing. That's the thing about consistency. If you have a good structure in place, let's say you forget to do something, it's pretty easy to come back, the thing doesn't fall apart. If you miss one day or whatever, or if you forget that you have to organize something and you wait too long, if you already have the structure in place, it's easy to make up the time because of all the time you've spent in consistency, in building structures, in building a process. If you don't do that, then it's difficult. It's like if a house is really well built, and a storm comes along and, something happens because the storm is so strong it blows out a window or, knocks some part of the house off its mooring. Constructed that the damage is minimalized. But if the house isn't well constructed and something like that comes along, the whole house is going to fall apart. So it's these things that are our structure that allow us to seem as though we don't make mistakes, because we never get so far from the place we need to be. Discipline is what holds it together. And the better our discipline, the more leeway we have to make mistakes once in a while. That mistake isn't going to kill us because the structure is so strong.